Randy, can we get that fire new truck that just got launched, potentially the Ford Maverick is what it's being called. It's not out yet, but we saw a leak on the internet yesterday, and I've got to say,
Is this real?
As a guy who used to drive a Toyota Tacoma, just a certified truck boy, this is fire.
Is this real, or did someone Photoshop this?
No, I think this is real.
It looks like just a tiny little hatchback car.
This is a Ford Galaxy edited to look like a pickup truck. But this is apparently what it's going to look like because they're developing a new compact pickup truck to slot under the Ford Ranger. I didn't even know they still made the Ford Ranger.
They're going smaller than the Ranger?
They brought the Ranger back.
They brought the Ranger
is
back.
A compact truck.
I've always said mini trucks need to come back. As a former driver, the Tacoma I would think is a mini truck, or at least the old body style.
Yeah.
This is objectively one of the ugliest vehicles I've ever seen in my life. Someone on Twitter said it very well. I forgot who it was, or I'd give you credit. But how are you going to go from designing the 2021 Ford Bronco? Is it 2020 or 2021? Anyway, the new Ford Bronco to this thing.
That's what I was thinking.
What in the world?
I mean, Ford was they knocked the Bronco out of the park.
I'm
sitting here looking at photos all day long.
They use 100% of their creativity on putting together
And then they
the
just
Ford
mailed
Bronco.
this in.
Then they're like, oh, we have nothing left.
This looks like a Subaru Outback drove through Truck Month and then came out on the other side looking like this.
I can't say anything to top that.
I mean, the bed, the truck bed. What are you going to put back there? Like a pumpkin? Like what? You
Your
can't
work
fit,
boots.
You can't fit anything back there.
The like the $200 Yeti cooler. Certainly not the coffin.
The smallest. What is the smallest Yeti? Yeah, you can't put the coffin. You got to strap the coffin to the roof of this thing.
Will your golf clubs even fit back there?
No, they'd be sticking out.
My dad used to drive a Miata, and he couldn't fit his clubs in the trunk, so they would just be like chilling and like.
Oh yeah, I've seen that move.
Yeah. So it made it real fun when we would drive to like the course, and I would be back in town to play. Like we can't take the Miata. He would want to go top down. I'm like, Dad, there's nowhere to put our clubs. Let me drive. He just wanted to go top down to.
You gotta respect that.
It's a good move. Remember the Miata bit? That was pretty successful for us.
Yeah. Have you guys abandoned that one?
No. Or yeah, we have. It doesn't come up anymore.
I don't know if Will has talked about this. There's one guy at our apartment complex who we see at the dog park, and he is dripped out in a way that I cannot. You guys wouldn't believe it. Yeah, like he puts Barrett on blast every day. This guy he's got.
Wait, who's this?
He's just a swag lord. I don't even know what you would call this
Big baby
guy.
drip god?
He is a drip god. And he's just this average-looking guy, and he walks his dog out at the dog park just like we do.
What kind of
dog? I don't really know. I never look at his dog. I'm more interested in just looking at what this dude is wearing. And Will and Sally and Caitlin and I are very obsessed with him because the other day it's streetwear, it's flashy shoes, it's a whole nine. He's really out there.
Is he Euro?
No, like we weren't sure, but we talked to him. He's got some tats. He seems like an average dude. He also drives a Miata, and it got Will, like our group chat went crazy when I saw this guy pulling out.
New body style or like
classic. Wow. White.
Ooh.
Unreal.
Soft top.
My wife was nice enough to rent me one for my birthday one time. Remember that?
Yeah. That was huge.
Why don't we should do that
I think I took the photo.
We got a photo shoot off, yeah.
Or did Tasha take the photo?
Yeah, hard to say.
I think it was you.
Yeah.
Either way, I would like to meet this guy.
Yeah, I would too. I'm going to start actually sort of. I'm going to start a dialogue with him.
In my head, he is like Latvian. He's like rolling with KP's crew. Just
That would be tight.
The tats, the Miata, the swag, the drip.
No one's buying this car. So I can't get.
It's bad.
So the Maverick's bed will cut 24 to 30 inches off the length of a Ford Ranger bed.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. I feel like the Ranger bed is sufficient. Like, if anything, the Ranger bed is too small.
Well,
So
yeah,
sort
it's
of
a
like
compact truck.
It's sort of like an El Camino, but
Were y'all fans of the Avalanche?
No.
Because I've always hated those.
my brother drives a Honda Ridgeline, which is
Oh
like
my God.
which
Can I
is
say
like
that's
an
one of my
Avalanche.
least favorite cars
Oh,
ever
it is
created?
trash.
The Avalanche, I'm sorry if you drive one, but it's one of the ugliest cars on the road.
Give me the Avalanche over the Ridgeline.
They
all
don't still
day.
make those, do they? Avalanche?
No, not the Avalanche.
And the Escalade did an Escalade version of it.
Oh,
The
yeah, I forgot about that.
EXT,
Oh,
I believe.
that's bad. That was a bad vehicle.
The big plastic paneling on the back. What are you doing?
I'm with you. This is probably better looking than that.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far.
Per Jalopnik. Is that how you say it?
I believe it's Jalopnik.
Yeah, we all said it differently.
Yeah, whatever.
The Maverick, if it is actually called that, is supposed to be a, quote, lifestyle vehicle, not necessarily for tradesmen, Dylan, commercial businesses, Micah, or Randy, hardcore enthusiasts.
What is it for?
It's a lifestyle is what it says here in the notes.
That truck bed is useless. It just makes it unnecessarily long.
When y'all were kids, did you ever ride in the bed of trucks with like family friends?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I think back, there was a kid down the street, and his parents were so reckless. There was a place in Arlington called Incredible Universe. It's now a Fry's Electronics, but Incredible Universe, place to go. Like, think Costco, but just for, like, modern gadgets and TVs and shit. We would drive on I-20, fairly busy highway from Duncanville to Arlington, about a 30-minute drive, and they would just put us in the bed of the truck down the highway.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's not. I don't even think that's legal.
I don't think it was either. And we were like 8 years old, and I feel like that was very reckless looking back on it.
Would you put
No.
Randy in the
Nope.
back of the truck?
Absolutely not. If I was going to,
Dude, it's that generation. One time I went to Parks was at my dad's, and they were hanging out, and I went to go pick them up, and as I pull up, they're getting back from the swimming pool, which is just down the street. Not far, granted, but he had to get in the car to go there. They pull up in the driveway, and Parks is riding shotgun, just with a seatbelt on. Like he's 4.
I love
You
that.
can't do that. It's just that generation, man. It's just it was different.
Yeah, the only time for me, you never put your dog in the bed if you're getting on the highway. And like if you're driving around the neighborhood, going somewhere, like if you're at the ranch, yeah, dog in the bed of the truck, you're fine. But dog or human, like on the highway, there's too much that can go wrong. Minor fender bender could be game over.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
You guys ever have one of your friends' dads who just drank beer while driving you around? So that happened to me.
Oh,
before.
yeah.
My buddy Andy, his dad just used to crush Coors Lights while driving us. Like, not like we were going on road trips or anything. Just sort of, if we were driving to the store, he
to
was
the
taking me
bowling alley.
home. Yeah, or on the way to the bowling alley. I just really vividly remember him just crushing Coors Light cans. And so shouts to him, Mr. Baird, good guy.
I can remember. I'm not
But
gonna-
definitely a generational thing.
Right,
Oh,
right.
Dude.
I mean, I
Because it used to be legal. Open
Yeah,
containers are relatively
I
new
just remember
phenomenon
driving
in
to
Texas.
college in Missouri, and every time like I'd ride with some other people from Austin, and like we'd pick them up, and their parents would be like, "Hey, don't drink and drive on the way there," and be like, "Okay," and
Yeah.
like, "Hey, don't be drinking and driving." Like, I'm driving for 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like, why would I be crushing beers? That's not something we're
Like,
gonna
could you
be
imagine
doing.
me getting in the car, leaving here with Parks with me, and just cracking a cold one?
Just on the way to the community
They'll
pool?
be like, what's going on here, buddy?
No, the year is it's gonna be 2030. You're gonna be picking up Parks and his friends from like, I don't know, Barton Creek Mall or Barton Square Mall, and you're gonna have a road dog in your Yeti right there, and you're just gonna have one, and it's gonna be fine. That's what every dad does.
Right. That's a little bit different.
Now, if you're just if you're all day drinking, like I think back to like road trips, we were like going to Lubbock or something, Dallas to Lubbock to go visit buddies. Like the people who just drink the entire time and like will just pee in a bottle, pour it out. It's like, dude, you're blacked out and we just got into town. That is never my rule
you
for
do that?
Lubbock was wait till you get to Post on 84. That's when you start cracking them. For me, because, I'm a small bladder boy. We talked about this. I've never been a drink on the road kind of guy. Definitely don't drink and drive. That's my PSA.
I think that's something we can all get behind here.
But catch me and the lads in the bed of this Ford Maverick just pounding cold ones.
Like, can you even put a dog back there? Maybe.
Mid-size.
Small, mid-size. Randy's not fitting back there.
Randy's not fitting back there.
That's not a Randy compliant truck bed.
I cannot wait to back up to a tailgate with this thing.
And get your soft shell Yeti out of the back.
That's a real lifestyle move.
Randy, can we do something with this graphic? Can we? Yeah,
Photoshop
something's
us
got
in it
to.
or something.
Yeah, there's got to be something that can be done with this. I'm in awe of it. It's one of those things that I just kind of scroll.
Are there
through.
any other photos? Or are we 100% sure this isn't just one Photoshop? Because we talked about the Bronco. I feel like for like the last 10 years, at least twice a year, some Photoshop pictures of a Bronco prototype would go viral, would just go crazy. People would lose it on Twitter. Is that the opposite of this? Somebody just photoshopped a terrible
I
vehicle?
don't know, but how sexy is that new Bronco?
That's hot.
It is.
I think all of this is based on
Goals.
Autoblog, who got apparently some spy photos of this concept, and that's what they're basing it off of. There's a great chance it doesn't look anything like this,
There's
but
a
we're going
good
to get
chance
content out of this.
That what we're seeing now never comes to actual existence.
What do you think about the name Ford Maverick?
You cannot waste a great name like a Ford, like a Maverick, on something that has such a tiny bed.
Do they have to spell it differently, like Callaway did with their new driver? Is there some kind of a trademark situation there?
Is that what happened there? guess
I
so.
imagine.
Have you hit that thing yet? I have not.
No, but Klein got one, of course.
He's playing with Chad today, isn't he?
Yeah.
Probably shoots 76.
I'm sick of those guys.
I am too.